3, 2, 1, go. Alright, so this is Splatoon, DancePad any percent. Basically, I'm going to be playing the whole game while standing on the dance pads. So I don't know what you were really expecting of me. You surely weren't expecting me to use my legs, but yeah, so we're going to be holding this gamepad and standing in an awkward position. I might step on the dance pads every now and then to light everything up, but this is pretty much it. But no, I'm kidding. The tutorial for Splatoon is unfortunately mandatory in every category, and it is also unfortunately locked behind motion controls. So even if I wanted to use the dance pads, I can't. What is going on? Motion controls, hello? Right, we must have had some weird magnetic waves happening there because things just went crazy. But yeah, basically the tutorial completely locked behind motion controls, so I have to use the Wii U gamepad. Before we can even start the campaign, you have to do the tutorial, then you have to go through this long, unskippable cutscene where it shows you the entirety of Inkopolis Plaza, because Splatoon is it's primarily a multiplayer online game with a campaign that they kind of just push to the side. So here we are. So while the Squid Sisters are going to be talking about, the maps that we can play on and stuff like that, I think I'll just quickly run through my controls, because I will be using the dance pads. This wasn't a huge debate, I promise. So these two arrows here, these control my left and right. I can't strafe, I can only move forward, but I can look left and right. These two arrows over here, they're my up and down. So that's for me to aim up and down. This arrow here is to move forward. So if you've ever played classic Tomb Raider on PS1 or something like that, I'm pretty much moving with tank controls. This button down here is to go into squid form so that I can swim through the ink that I've laid on the floor. And this button right over here is to jump. So when it comes time to doing squid jumps, I'm going to be having to reach over to this far button. And then of course the final button, this one here, this is to shoot my gun. But anyway, enough of that. I'm going to be putting the gamepad away in just a sec. I just have to wait for all of this to go away so that I can enter the options menu, switch off motion controls, and then start the campaign. So gamepad goes away now, and we are good to start our campaign. Except we've got another unskippable cutscene. So this is our good friend Captain Cuttlefish. He is basically our Navi of the game. There's no way to make his text go faster, and yeah, he's basically just going to be telling us a bunch of things. So if you ever get confused on any stage, just look at the bottom, and he's going to be telling you exactly what's going on in the game. Now, one thing I didn't mention, I'm actually just going to swing the camera around real quick. This is a full DDR arcade setup. So in addition to the 8 buttons I have on the floor, I also have 6 buttons up at the front of the machine here. One of which I'm pressing is for the A button to advance text. So I've also got some other buttons up here to pause the menu, and we gotta go. I can't talk anymore. Yeah, so pause the game. We've also got the grenade button and stuff like that. And every time I press those buttons, I have to step off the dance pads, so it's really awkward. But we're basically using the full machine to play the game. And yeah, so that's basically it. Tank controls, weird aiming, grenades at the front of the machine. Look forward to an hour and a half of Splatoon, everybody. Okay. Thankfully, even though the game is hard to control, the enemies are really easy to kill. You can distract them with grenades, or you can just completely wail on them. And as long as your gun is forgiving enough with your shots, and you don't get like screwed over by weird gun RNG, then everything goes pretty much okay. So this stage introduces you to the mandatory kill rooms. Oh my goodness. Okay, a bit low on ink there. where you can't advance until you kill every enemy in the area. So what I did just there is I had to, of course, go around killing all of the Octarians, which is the antagonist of the game. In this case, we don't need to worry about any of these. The game just likes to sometimes lock you behind fights and sometimes not. And knowing which ones will determine how fast you go through each area. Alright. Now, I also have Froob McGuffin here, who is going to be reading donations. So if you would like to hear his lovely voice, all you have to do is donate to the marathon. Every time I finish a stage, Froob, that will be the perfect opportunity for you to read something out. Starting now.
Currently don't have any donations to read out. However, I would like to take the time to very briefly mention to everybody that we are doing this for Movember. The state of men's health is in crisis. Men experience worse longer-term health than women and die on average 6 years earlier. Prostate cancer rates will double in the next 15 years. Testicular cancer rates have already doubled in the last 50. 3/4 of suicides are men. Poor mental health leads to 500,000 men taking their own life every year. That's 1 every minute. The Movember Foundation is working to fund both research into these areas and support networks for those undergoing treatment. We thank you all for your support.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Okay, so we're up to stage 2 now. This introduces a new element, which is climbing up walls with the ink that we've sprayed. And so with that, we can reach new heights. Hooray! And every stage that we go through is pretty much going to introduce a new element. But yeah. The thing worth noting here, which I said at the start of the run, is that I don't have a strafe button. So when it comes to climbing up these walls, I'm pretty much committed to going straight up. So, just like that, straight up. I can't go left or right, unless I do weird camera manipulations, which you're about to see here in just a moment. If this guy could keep still. Thank you. Okay. So here, I have to rotate the camera and then tap up slightly to just jiggle my way around corners. Thankfully in this game, there's no instance where you'll get stuck and you can't progress. So that's great. I think the first time I tried to do a Splatoon, a Splatoon speedrun, it ended up taking me about 10 hours. So I'm glad that everything's now down below an hour and a half because, oh my goodness, it was a scary time back then. I'll get stuck on the final boss for an hour. It was bad news bears. By the way, I want to give you guys an extra incentive when it comes to donating to the marathon. So if you'd like to get your message read out by the lovely Froob McGuffin, with a minimum of $5, you can also add a small message to the end of your donation message that either says legs or booty. And if you want to see legs, you get this camera angle. And if you want to see booty, you get the rear camera angle that I showed you just a moment ago. And I will happily change that between each stage. This is a special limited time offer. Alright, take it away, Froob. Do we have any donations?
You currently do not, but now would be a good time to remind folks as well that we do have a donation bid war going ahead in 2 runs from now for Sonic CD, which is going to be a bid war for the soundtrack. You get to decide between either the Japanese or the European version of the soundtrack, so get those donations in.
Okay. Now entering stage 3, we get a brand new gameplay mechanic. Brand new, never seen before, first time ever in a marathon. This is called Squid Jumping. See, watch. I'll show you that again 2 more times. Oh no, I ruined it. I never ruin it. Let's try that again. But we'll go up here. Ow, that was moving slow. There we go. So basically, to do a squid jump, I need to go in squid form, and I need to hold forward, but I also need to jump. So that's 3 buttons, and they are very far away from me. Very awkward. Okay. Cool, got everything I needed. So I just picked up a secondary weapon there, which is very temporary, which was the Ink Zuka, and that allowed me to just clear out a whole bunch of enemies in that area. It's also one of the front-facing buttons, so once again I have to move to the front of the machine every time I want to do anything. Okay. But you're going to be seeing me do that a lot through the run. And it is as awkward as it looks. Alright, come on. It's very tiring, and thankfully this is the stage that has it in the highest concentration, but it doesn't make it any less tiring. Okay, up we go. Not enough time, I'm gonna have to go this way. Cool. I'm just gonna take a moment to catch my breath if y'all don't mind. Alright, we're good. So, we're actually pretty much done with World 1 now. We're entering the first boss fight. In order to unlock the boss, you have to do every stage in the world. So, World 1 only has 3 stages because it's like an introductory stage world thing. And so likewise, the boss is also an introductory boss. So we have Mighty Octastomp here, who's pretty much just a big cube that likes to faceplant. We just get out of his way, spray up the wall, climb up the wall, and then shoot the tentacle that's on his back. Rinse and repeat. Now this time, he mixes it up just a tiny bit. We now have to do that strafe tech that I said I can't do. But thankfully, this game has a neat little trick to it, where if you go out of the wall at the top, it lets you freely rotate the camera. So I can rotate it completely 90 degrees, and that'll give me the leftward movement that I need to get across that section. Finally, in typical Nintendo fashion, it's a 3-hit boss fight. So I ink the wall again. I'm just going to wait for him to jump at me again. And I'm going to go from right to left. There it is. Easy. Look at his little legs. That's why you shouldn't skip leg day, everybody. Get little noodles like that. So the last thing I have to do is avoid this scroll at the end of the stage. Just there. Because if I get it, it plays a little cutscene. It plays a little cutscene just after the fight. It wastes time. We don't like doing that here. Never mind, we get cutscenes anyway.
Do we have time for a quick donation?
Yeah, absolutely, dude.
We have a $50 anonymous donation who says, please show Peking Booty.
Alright, booty it is. We have the rear cam. If you would like to change it back, all you have to do is just donate again. With legs. But thank you, Anonymous. I appreciate it. Now I can see people asking about why I'm playing in socks instead of shoes. The main reason is because it doesn't give me more traction, but it lets me kind of finesse the buttons that I'm pressing a little more, so I can heel toe between multiple buttons. Alright, so we are entering the spreader stage. And the spreaders are those platforms going along the floor, and what they do is they spread enemy ink all over the place, making it hard for me to traverse through the rest of the stage. And what I'm aiming to do is beat all of these cycles, if my gun would shoot right, so that I can get here before this moves right. Oh no. Oh, I did it bad. We're fine, we're fine. That's just gonna slow me down for the next section. Okay. Alright, it's fine. I've caught up, everything's fine. What I'm aiming to do is get to this wall just as these spreaders leave, so that I can ink up this wall, dodge his attack, and all of the other dudes, and then keep going. So that went really well. Okay. Oh, hey! Whoa! Cool your jets. Also, I didn't realize I didn't have a shield. This is kind of scary. By the way, every time I die, which will happen a lot, I want you guys to just spam your PogChamps, or you know, whatever the cool kids spam nowadays, just to really acknowledge that I messed up in a positive way. Alright, so you probably saw then I just unlocked the stage and now I'm going to a different one. The reason for that is because that final stage we're going to quick warp back to. And so I'm just unlocking it to make it easier to access later. But seeing as I have to be careful here. Hello? Please shoot the thing, thank you. Okay. But yeah, seeing as I needed to use the gamepad at the start of the run for the motion controls, I've kind of decided to extend that further. Where I also use the Wii U gamepad's touchscreen for menuing and also for quick warping. Because I still have to step off the dance pads, and it's only accessible through the touchscreen, so yeah. This is pretty much DancePad any percent with a huge asterisk, you know? Okay. Now if you throw a grenade at the ending thing there, it destroys it in one hit, so ideally I want to do that, but sometimes it's too awkward, so I'll just shoot it while I'm running up to it. So that was stage 4. I forgot to mention the stages in this world are completely out of order, because they're hidden all over the place. So the first stage we did was stage 7, then we unlocked stage 5, but went past it and then did stage 4. Now we're going up and doing stage 8. And then after that is going to be stage 9, 6, and 5. So, good stuff.
Time for some quick donations.
Yeah, go ahead.
I have a $20 donation from ZeroMind, who simply says, why? And also a $10 donation from Narp, who says, give lovely man's voice, please.
Give lovely man's voice. Is that you or me? I assume it's you.
Let's just go with both of us, shall we?
Sure. Lovely men's voice. And if you want to hear more lovely men's voices, be sure to support the Movember Foundation, supporting lovely men's voices all around the world. Oh no, my towel fell off. Careful. So I didn't even get to explain that stage. Dang, it was such a short one. So that was an Octoling stage. Just gonna jump there. Booty cam, working it. That was an Octoling stage. It's pretty much the closest you'll get to playing multiplayer in the single player campaign. But all you're doing is getting from one end of the stage to the other while fighting against some Octoling AI. So it's... I mean, take from it what you can. I've never actually played Splatoon online. All I know is that is like a multiplayer map, so... yeah. The next stage, though, is our first Ink Striker stage. And basically what we have is that huge dude at the end of the stage that is trying to drop ink strikes on me. So if I stand still, he'll aim at me. Oh. So the aim is to keep moving. But he's smarter than that. If I keep moving, he'll aim ahead of me. So what I want to do is bait him effectively. So I'm just going to wait here. There we go. That way I can climb up this wall without getting stuck on something. Uh-oh. And so now we have to do a standoff with the dude. Which is kind of unfair because he's not standing. But let's just pretend he is. So we shoot him a whole bunch. He turns our color. He doesn't like that. And we win. If you have any more donations, by all means, go ahead.
Absolutely. We have a $5 donation from Noodlebox, who says, show us the booty. And as another reminder, we are raising money for Movember. The Movember Foundation is investing in research to find out how to recommend the best possible outcomes after diagnosis. Programs like True NTH, Global Action Plan, and Prostate Cancer Outcomes, bringing together the best minds around the globe to have an unprecedented collective impact. And your Movember campaign is a way of getting men the information they need to take charge of their health, make informed treatment decisions, and empower them to make action when necessary.
Sorry, I didn't mean to scream at you there. Just had a moment. Okay. So this stage introduces propeller platforms. Basically how they work is you shoot the propeller and it moves the platform. That's easy to understand. And so that allows us to reach new areas without any hassles. Of course, if you shoot it prematurely, you're gonna have a bad time. Alright, in we go. Oops, I did not shoot that enough. Oh, I shot that too much. Okay. So anytime you shoot a grenade at an enemy, it distracts them and they stop shooting at you. So even if you don't actually want to hit the enemy, grenades are a good time. Go. Oh my goodness, I actually did just say shooting prematurely on stream, didn't I? Youch. Alright. So, I just touched the touch screen just for a little moment. Just a quick walk to stage 5. It just saves like, I don't know, 10 seconds from having to run there myself. Don't disqualify me, please. By the way, I know you guys really like when people are going for world records. You might be happy to know that I have the world record in this, the uncontested world record. So every attempt I do is a world record attempt. Which means right now we're going for world record. And it could happen on this stream. You could be part of Splatoon DancePad history. Alright, so I haven't really touched on it yet. This stage introduces sponges. If you shoot the sponge with your ink, it grows bigger. If the enemies shoot the sponge grows smaller. Oh, don't do that. Come on. So ideally we want to take enemy hits so that they don't hit my sponge. Because anything that affects my platforming is almost guaranteed to kill me. So in this case, it's actually better to wait and kill these enemies than it is to try and get across. There we go, I'll take that hit, thank you. Okay. Ah, man. There we go. Ideally, I try to kill those two guys at the end in just 2 shots, but that didn't happen. Ah, button! Okay.
Time for some donations?
Absolutely.
Have a $5 donation from CC who says, front camera please. And we also have a $5 anonymous donation who says, here's $5 for that cute scream. Thank you all for the support.
For that cute scream. Oh, thank you. I'll be sure to do more when things go horribly wrong. Okay, we're up to boss 2. World record, you know, uncontested, me, the only person that's done it, world record is 1 hour 21 and 44 seconds. And right now I'm 5 seconds behind, so we could get this. If chat believes, we could get this. Alright, so all I want to do here is just stand to the left of whatever tentacles I'm shooting at, and then that'll give me a clear wall to just climb straight up. And it's just like the first boss. You climb up the side, you shoot the tentacle, rinse and repeat 2 more times. And away we go. So you're probably seeing me there turning left slightly just as he's trying to shoot me. It's actually to bait his attack out. Ah! Okay. Because he tries to attack where you're going, and so if I turn left just slightly, he'll shoot left, and then I can just keep going forward and hit him. Good. Uh-oh. Come on. There you go. And that's it for the boss. Now, What was I going to say? I was going to say something and now I've forgotten. I hate when that happens. Oh, we're going to dodge the scroll again. Let's just pretend that's what I was going to say. Okay. And with that, oops, World 1 and 2 are done. We're moving on to World 3. Now, if you've seen a Splatoon speedrun before, you'll know that we don't actually do World 4 in the run. World 4 gets completely skipped with a special skip that they call World 4 skip. So we're going to try and do the World 4 skip. It's not super hard, but it's the most precise thing in the run. And it's worth sticking around for. And Froob, if you have any other donations, feel free to read.
We currently do not, but now would be a very good time to remind everybody that in 2 runs' time for Sonic CD, there is a bid war for the soundtrack version between the Japanese soundtrack and the EU soundtrack. There is currently a draw there, so you could actually change that yourself by just a very, very small donation.
Okay, so this stage that we're entering into now, stage 11, is completely invisible. And what I have to do is I have to shoot my ink randomly to try and find where the paths are. So this is going to be fun. Because on top of that, stuff like that happens where wayward grenades can just fly at me and I have no way of dodging them. Don't kill me, don't kill me, don't kill me, thank you! Okay. So yeah, it's good stuff. Right, I'm just baiting the dude up there into shooting at me so I can shoot at him. I didn't get a fix on him, unfortunately, so we've just died. So let's try that again. Help! Help! Marbles on stream, stop it! Okay, so now we have this invisible wall. The exit is actually just here. Probably one of the only games that has invisible walls you can reveal. Okay, and what we're going to do is we're going to farm some eggs real quick from those crates. I haven't really touched upon it because it's not super important yet. But at the top right corner, I have, 440 something eggs. We actually use these to upgrade our weapon later. So when I'm entering stage 15, that's when I'm going to upgrade my weapon. Come on now. So this part's a little bit Monka-esque because, as you can see, zigzaggy. And I'm not going to be that guy that just jumps across everything carelessly. Oh my goodness, thank you. Thank you for that. Okay. Come on now. There we are. Okay, so once again we have that strafing thing. If you go down the bottom of the wall, you can also do the camera manipulation. Like I said, you could do at the top of the wall too. But it's very risky, because if you fall out the bottom, then you fall down to your death. So I didn't actually mean to do that. It just kind of worked out that way. Help, help, thank you. Okay. Now what I'm going to do here... What I'm going to do here, ow, stop, is I'm going to shoot this middle guy, thank you, which distracts these two guys, shoot the right guy, and we're going to leave the left guy alone. If I leave him alone, the enemies just above don't spawn, and he can't reach me from where he is. So I can just save a whole bunch of time by not having to deal with those guys. Okay. Through, but you know what to do, my dude.
Thank you very much. Now would be a very good time to remind people that we have ESA Winter coming up over the course of the 16th to the 24th of February over at the Quality Corner in, I'm going to butcher this pronunciation, Växjö. I'm just going to stick with that. Submissions for the first round of cuts have just recently gone out, so go ahead and check out our website at www.esamarathon.com to check out what's been accepted so far.
Alright, now everybody freak out because this stage is difficult for me. Basically, it has a whole bunch of timed moving platforms, and a whole bunch of enemies, and I try not to shoot any of them. And I try to go as fast as I can, and I do risky stuff, and I shouldn't, but I do it anyway. Okay. Help. Okay. I shot the grenade so that people wouldn't shoot at me. But I nearly died, so that was sketchy. Stop that. Go away. The worst part is I actually pressed the wrong button trying to throw the grenade. I just kind of freaked out and just hit everything. So I want to stand to the left of those two orange signs there so that I can shoot that and then jump up and over. Cool. Now this part's actually the scariest part of the stage, because the platforms start moving real fast and I try to get early cycles, which I really shouldn't. I shouldn't try to do. Something else I haven't really touched upon as well is that if you go in squid form through the grates, you fall through them. So it's a good idea not to squid unless you're kind of going through these horizontal ones. Okay, that went about as well as I could have hoped it to. Cool. So we throw a grenade there to hit the bottom of the wall while I shoot the top of the wall. So next, I'm going to shoot this ink rail down here because I'm going to use it later. And I can't squid along this grate. So I have to unfortunately walk slowly. And I'm going to walk slowly back the other way as well. But we'll see that next stage. So this is the second Octoling stage. Pretty much as fast as the first. All you do is go to the right hand side, shoot anyone that gets in your way. Or, you know, leave them alive because you pity them. But yeah, just hug the right. They don't really know what to do. And we're free. Now coming up next is stage 12. I know we've just done stage 14, but, well, you know the rules by now. So stage 12 introduces the first annoying bit of RNG, which are these things called flutters. And the way they work is they're pretty much walking around in a small maze-like grid, as you can see here. And it's like playing Pac-Man where you can't see the ghosts. Thanks for that. So their pattern is random, and it gets increasingly frustrating when more of them appear in a small space with higher walls. Thankfully, the Wii U gamepad actually reveals where they are, but you have to constantly look away from the gameplay just to keep an eye on where they are and what they're doing. And for you at home, I mean, you don't notice that. So for you guys, it looks completely blind. But flutters kill you in one hit, so it's not a good time if you get hit by them. Now, for marathon safety, I'm going to collect this armor. Because there's a dude around the corner that sometimes likes to cheap shot me. But as you can see, like, even when there's lots of enemies on screen, none of them are really good at aiming at you. They're only good at aiming at you if you stand still, so if you just run past them all, you're fine. So this is the enemy that likes to get me. Let's see what he does. Nope, he's fine. Cool, so now we can damage boost through the Pac-Man section. So you can see there's a dude right in front of me, but he's just turned away. And there's also an enemy just behind him too, which I can reveal. And so now we have free access to the end of the stage. That was pretty much perfect RNG. Okay. Cool. Now keep an eye on the...
donation?
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
Okay, we just got a $5 anonymous donation who just says, Booty.
Booty. Booty it is. Now this is kind of unfortunate because this stage is actually one of the most basic stages in the run. There's not a whole lot going on. It's just ink rail, go to the next section, get on the ink rail, go to the next section. And that's it. So if you have any more donations, feel free. Otherwise, I don't know, I'll try and say something witty, I guess.
Currently, that was our last donation that we've currently had, so I'll have a quick little talk about Movember again. Testicular cancer strikes hard and strikes early. Around the world is among the leading cancer diagnoses in men and boys aged between 15 and 40. Better than 95% of cases in the developed world are cured. For 1 in 20 men who are not, this is still a death sentence. The Movember Foundation is investing in treatment, educational and support services to improve outcomes for men and boys who have survived testicular cancer. We're looking at why some men get testicular cancer and also why some men respond better to treatment than others through programs like GAP. All of your donations and support is greatly appreciated.
Okay, so like I said, this stage is very straightforward. The only part that changes things up is kind of this section here with all the quarter pipes, and then we're going to be going into like a round section where we have to kill everyone before we can progress. I'm actually just going to take a hit here, because sometimes he likes to snipe me off this rail. But I'm going to throw a grenade off here to distract everybody. Oops. Well, I grab that super and then start trying to aim it at people. Cool. And if I'm lucky, I hit everyone on the first attack. Great. Aw, that never happens. Come on. I mean, it does, but, like, it shouldn't. Okay. Just making sure I'm actually on there this time. Taking that part super slow just to be safe. So, I just reached 600 eggs. I forgot to explain it completely, but this is the point where I actually upgrade my weapon. So I hit one of the front buttons again, and then I use the touch screen to upgrade the weapons. Okay. And now we're good to go. And I mean, I could be more harsh on myself with the rules for, you know, my own speedrun category, but I want to make sure that the run is, you know, as fast as it can be within, you know, the limitations of what I've set out. You know what I mean? Because having base ink and base weapons just makes everything a giant slog. That's no fun for anyone. But what I've just done is I've upgraded my fire rate and I've upgraded my ink capacity. So now I can shoot faster and last longer. Where's the Ink Striker? What's he doing? Guess Ink Striker went to sleep. Touch it with feet. I'm afraid I can't do that. It's too high up. Okay, so what we're going to do, once again, we're going to go to the left because we can access this dude faster. We're going to cover him with our ink. He gets really sad and explodes. And now we're up to the boss of World 3. This run's almost over. Like, I know technically it's halfway, but it's almost over. No more shooting prematurely. Correct. Alright, so let's get this set up. Now, earlier on when Froob was reading a donation, I actually unlocked this ink rail when I went to the top here. And that was so that I could quickly get back to the boss kettle at the end. So, everything makes sense. Nothing was... Sorry. Yeah, nothing was for nothing. Yay! Okay. So this is the easiest boss fight in this run. The easiest boss fight in the game is World 4, but we're going to skip World 4. So this guy becomes the new easiest. He's basically just a giant ball. He spins around, he rolls around. What goes around comes around. You know, as the old saying goes. To show you just how easy this boss is, all you do is stand in the middle. Just ink a surface directly in his path. Get out of his way, and then do it again. Now I want you to keep an eye on him. You can see right now he's in the middle. I just like how quickly they changed this around. Now he's on the outer edge. You saw us bounce out to the outer edge, and you can see we're not in the middle. But now we're in the middle. It's crazy. Game design, everybody. Okay. 1, 2, out of the way. So again, I bounce out to the outer edge. He's in the middle. He bounces out and he's on the outer edge. It shows nothing in the middle. But now I'm in the middle. Good stuff. One, 2, 3. Easy. Easiest fight. You don't even have to move, really. The hardest part is actually dodging the scroll at the end, because you kind of have to just tap left a bit. Then tap right and use a grenade. It's weird. Alright, now this is the highlight of the run, mostly because it's the part where everything goes horribly wrong. So, I guess I just want to explain real quick what I'm about to do. I'm about to do a semi-precise trick that will skip the entirety of World 4. Sometimes I get it first try, other times I don't at all for a long time. So what I'm going to do to put more pressure on myself, and I would love it if you guys joined in as well, for every time I mess up the World 4 skip, I'm going to donate $5, up to $100. If anyone else would like to join me in that pledge, I would appreciate that a lot. But yeah, and if I get it first try, I'll donate $50.
Speaking of donations, do we have a quick moment?
Absolutely.
have a $50 donation from Owns You All, who says, donating for DDR%. I didn't know I wanted this, but I do. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Okay, so what we're doing now, we're getting a quick look of World 4 to see where all of the stages are, because we need to know where they are so we know where to skip. So where all of those stages are where we don't want to go. So we're going to go over to the exit of World 4, which as you can see is blocked off by this barrier. Now if I shoot this barrier, it starts dropping ink on the floor just below it. So that's the first step. The second step is that we want to ink up this cube here. Okay, I just want to get a bit more on that right side. Oops. Please? Please? That'll do. Okay, and now we try the trick. So every time I die, that's going to count as one fail. So I line up the reticle with that screw, and with the corner of this block, do a squid jump. Okay, that's one. That's $5. Let's go again. So I'm going to line up. Now, like I said, it's not super precise. Ooh, we made it. Now I want to line up with this grassy bit in the background here. You know what? Second try is pretty good. Second try is pretty good. So I'll do $25. I'll meet myself halfway. I think that's only fair. But for anyone else that agreed, that'd be $5, thanks. It's not over yet, though. I should say it's not over yet. Because I still have to jump on here. Okay, we're good. And if I mess up that jump, I have to go all the way back to World 4. Alrighty, and now we actually begin the first stage of World 5, which is stage 22. Now stage 22 uses switch boxes. Basically you shoot them, and it changes the layout of the stage. Any questions? But no, that's basically it. So you shoot, you wait, you move, etc. I'm going to be collecting this Inkzuka here. And then once I kill these three dudes, I'm going to go to the middle to take down all of these guys. 1, 2, 3. Got a bit scared there, and my tower's come off. That's scary. What I'm going to do is stand here. The switch is going to move the platform to my left here. And then we're just going to drop straight down. Easy. But yeah, the only reason you can skip World 4 is because the entrance to World 5 is super close. All of the other worlds have some weird means of getting to them, which prevents you from actually going and skipping between them. Okay. Unfortunately, I have to walk along this section because most of it has grates. But then what I'm going to do is something special. I'm going to aim straight up, do a blind squid jump, and launch to the next area. How does he do it? Okay, I'm going to take out all of those except one apparently. Shoot that switch box while he tries to make his way to me. Now this part's a bit sketchy. Hello, thank you. Because these dudes like to just come at you. So you have to be very quick to get them. Now we've got some more RNG at the end of the stage here. Oh, dude, why'd you stop? Don't stop. Okay, I'm gonna get up here, and now the RNG is waiting for that dude in the corner to come over here. So we just need him to get over here. Meanwhile, I'm just gonna dodge this guy's attacks for a little bit. Alright, come on, dude. Come on, dude. Don't waste our time. Ow. Come on. Thank you. So yeah, very annoying. I'm gonna catch my breath real quick. Frib, by all means, take it away, dude.
Thank you very much. We have a $25 donation from Alex from Alaska, who says, second try word foreskin. Not bad.
Not bad.
Also, good times to remind folks that we are raising money for Movember, where everything the Movember Foundation does is stop men dying too young.
Thank you very much, Alex. Okay. So from stage 22 to 23, this is our next sponge stage. Basically what you see is what you get here. We're going to be making a whole bunch of sponges appear. Oops. Now I'm going to aim up slightly. Oops, that was too far. So that when these guys jump at me, I'll be aiming just over their sides so I can shoot their backs. I aim too high. Dang it. Lost a couple of seconds. Surprise! And so yeah, as you know already, whenever the enemy shoots your sponge, the sponge gets smaller. So when all you have for platforms are your sponges, it gets pretty scary. Like this section, for example. So it's good to act fast. Yeah, saying legs or booty in your donations, you can change the camera angle from booty cam to leg cam, whichever you prefer. Okay, we got bad RNG. Sometimes that sponge doesn't like to get inked. Okay. I'm gonna bait his grenade out here so I can swim up to him and kill him. Ooh, I nearly died. Thank you, Sponge. Thank you, Sponge. Okay. Ooh, okay. If that had have landed, that would have killed me. That was scary. Alright, now I have kind of an annoying part coming up. Not because it's RNG, but just because I'm really bad at it. So here we go. What I have to do is I have to activate this Inkzuka, and then shoot this Octoling. But she moves out of the way. Okay. That's fine. I lost a bit of time, but not much. Phew. Now what I want to do here is I want to shoot this ink. Oh, I got it. Wow. Here I was getting ready to aim at it. Sometimes we just get lucky like that. Alright, so I want to aim at this stage down here, because we're going to quick warp to it later. Now this is our third and final Ink Striker stage of the run. The only thing worth noting here is that it's got snipers, which are these dudes right in front of me. They lock onto you, and then they shoot in a long line that can kill you in one hit if you take a direct hit, but they're very slow. Oh crap! Wow. Thankfully the spawn point's just here, so nothing of value was lost. I'm gonna go this way. I don't trust those ink strikes. Let's just get out of here, shall we? Dang, not enough ink on him. Come back, friend. I just want to talk. Alright. Mac and cheese squid, anybody? Wait, he's an octopus, never mind. So that stage I just unlocked, we're now going to quick warp to, using the touchscreen because it's just easier, dang it. And this is our final Octoling stage, featuring I think one of the other multiplayer stages in Splatoon's online multiplayer. So I'm pretty much just going to avoid all of the Octolings. There's only about 3 or 4 that get in my way. But like that one that just arrived there spawns behind me, but can hit me with a grenade sometimes. We were lucky. This one likes to be annoying with their ink coverage, but they decided to run over to the far side for some reason, so that's great. I'm gonna get this safety checkpoint. Okay, avoid that one too. Climb up here. Climb up here. And we're done.
Time for a quick donation?
Absolutely.
Late night puns seem to have started with this $5 anonymous donation that says humanity has peaked with this run. Also legs.
Also legs. Alright. Oh, dang. Let's go legs! Shoutouts to legs. Okay, what stage is this? Oh yeah, this stage is annoying. It's not hard by any means, it's just annoying. It's got a lot of spinning platforms, a lot of thin platforms, and just a lot of awkward platforming in general. So I'm just going to take it super safe. Oh my goodness. Like super safe. And yeah, we're gonna pace ourselves on this stage. Cool. So yeah, this stage has a lot of squid jumps. And also this weapon that I'm using can push me off the platform, so I definitely want to take my time here. Alright. So I'm just gonna... I was gonna say we're gonna avoid that platform, but I guess I just bonked it with my head. Oops. Need to ink this real quick, aim at the box, squid jump while it's moving. As you saw there, I almost died. I'm gonna dodge that scroll. Okay. Alright, here we go. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. All I needed was that checkpoint. Everything's fine. Oh, we landed on the platform too. Lucky me. Uh-oh. Alright. I was going to try and go for that fast cycle, but I didn't get my footing in time. Like, literally. Okay. Oh crap. Oh crap. Oh crap. Okay, we're fine. Dang, dude. That was my chance. Okay, it's fine. Getting everything first cycle on this stage is pretty hard, because everything's constantly spinning. But it's fine. Alright, Froob, if you have more donations, feel free to read them.
Currently don't have any donations, but now is a very good time to remind everybody that in 2 runs after this one for Sonic CD, there is a bid war going on for the soundtrack between the Japanese and the European versions of the soundtrack. So donate now if you want to influence the vote.
Alright, so now we're going over to stage 25. This is the last stage before the final boss, and this is the biggest RNG stage in the game. I can lose up to 3 minutes on this stage just from bad everything. So you guessed right, it's more Pac-Man! And so I'm going to be navigating this area blindish, as always. And because of bad RNG, I have to follow this guy around the corner to kill that enemy, and then get that key. And then double back. Then we go on top, and so now the RNG will determine the spawning of those guys. And if I fall off the top, I have to go back down the bottom and then climb my way back up again. Okay. So here comes the worst RNG part of the game. The big maze. So he's turning toward me, we're gonna go this way. I'm gonna have to damage boost because there's a guy coming around that end corner, and I can't get to it in time. No. Okay, it's fine though, I'm just gonna make him keep going forward. Well, who am I kidding? I'm not gonna make him, I'm just gonna follow him. He did a 180. Okay, we're in trouble now because there's also a dude coming here. And that's how we die, because RNG. So let's go again. This time I don't have a shield to damage boost. Oh, good. Oh, he went that way? Oh, no. Alright, let's try this again. Where's that dude at the end going? He's going this way. Alright. Thank you. Okay, let's go. Let's get it. Let's go. We've got free run. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, never mind. A dude's coming around that corner. We gotta go this way. And then this way. And now we're good. But it's not over yet. No, sir. Because now I have to go up here and do the exact same thing. Except we're jumping along the top. Now that sniper is my target. He's holding a key. And I want to get him before he disappears. Okay. Cool. All right, Frood, this is your last chance to get a donation in because we are doing the final stage now.
Alright, allow me to remind everybody that we are doing this for Movember Foundation. The state of men's health is in crisis. Men experience worse longer-term health than women and die on average 6 years earlier. Prostate cancer rates will double in the next 15 years, and testicular cancer rates have already doubled in the last 50. Three-quarters of suicides are men. Poor mental health leads to 500,000 men taking their own life every year. That's one every minute. Movember Foundation is working to fund both research into these areas and support networks for those undergoing treatment. We thank you all very much for all of your support.
Okay. I'm going to take a quick drink because I haven't done that in like an hour. Okay. Alright. This is the hardest stage in the game. It's pretty much an auto-scroller. It takes about 10 minutes. Now, just to get everybody hyped up, I'm currently 1 minute and 6 seconds ahead of my PB. So if I don't do any major mistakes, this is going to be a PB world record. Yay, woo! So what I want you guys to do is spam all of your bless emotes, all of your hype emotes. All of my FFZ emotes are actually available as well. So absolutely go nuts. But this is DJ Octavio. And what we're going to be doing is basically playing a little bit of tennis with him. So he shoots his things out, his torpedoes, missiles, then he shoots a hand, we hit it back at him, basically telling him to stop hitting himself, and then we advance on him. When we advance on him enough, he'll start throwing out his disco pineapples, and then that's how we deal our damage. So this is a long boss fight. If I get game over on this, it's pretty much a 10-minute time loss, depending on how far through the stage I am. Disco pineapple. They even have Kanye glasses on them. How edgy. Okay, phase 1 is done. Onward to phase 2. He's going to introduce the killer whale, which is a screaming attack. That attack kills you in one hit. So we don't want to get hit by that. And I'm trying to advance on him as fast as I can, because the longer you wait, he starts moving back towards you. Oops. Now there wasn't actually any time lost there, because I just needed to hit one of those hands. Alright, so we're going Disco Pineapple again. He shoots the pineapple, then aims the killer whale at me. And then we shoot the pineapple, shoot the pineapple again, then he aims the killer whale at me, and then we shoot the pineapple again. Easy peasy. Alright, I'm gonna go and collect some more armor to the right here. And line myself up to shoot this hand. And then that hand. And then we're just going to keep pushing. I'm going to try and get as close to the boss as I can, basically. Because the closer you get to the boss, the smaller the distance his hands have to travel. Which means the faster the fight goes. Okay. So let's go. Disco pineapples. Now I want to actually be as central as possible, so that if he shoots wide like that, it doesn't hit those quarter pipes there. But so far so good. We haven't dropped a single cycle. So this is where I want to ask you guys, do you want me to do marathon safe strats that should guarantee a PB? Or do you want me to do risky strats that could completely lose the entire run? I'm leaving this up to you, chat. Okay, so I shot the balloon there, because that pushes him back faster. It looks like everyone's saying go risky as well, so I guess we're risking it. This is going to be a bit scary in the next phase then, guys. So I'm going to damage boost here, potentially. Nope, don't have to. Okay. Now we have a banger alert, guys. And when it's jam time, I want you to get your party emotes, your dance emotes, your sour please, your dittos. Dance away, everybody. Let's finish this run. And I'll let you guys know when it's going to be time as well, so that you can stop the clock. So first risky strat, we're going to jump on this ink rail. Get right up close to him. Shoot that hand real quick. Shoot that hand real quick. I don't need that armor, I'm fully decked out. Okay, wait for him to shoot missiles again. Shoot this hand. And we progress. I'm going to ignore that shield for the time being, because I'm still fully decked out. Okay, I'm going to wait till they shoot at me again. Let's go. Shoot at this hand. Okay. Once again, right up close to him. Alright, this is it. So on the final hit, when I knock DJ Octavio back to his ship, that's when it's going to be time. Okay, so get ready on time. Time. Now we have a tradition in my stream, game stomped, all in caps in one word. And that is time, everybody. I recorded this on my end. We just got a 1:19:53, which is a new PB world record. So get hype. That's a sub 120. Oh, by the way, I completely forgot to talk about the story of this game. So the antagonist that we just beat basically stole a giant fish that was the source of the Inkling's power. So we went and got it back. Look, there it is, big old fish just powering the whole city. And the Squid sisters were there at some point. I don't know, I was too focused on playing. And you can ink the credits, isn't that nice? Yeah. Anyway, I know up next we have Supersonic playing Sonic the Hedgehog on Genesis, so stay tuned for that. But I do want to know, obviously I just finished Underestimate, so what's the situation here exactly? Are we passing off to the next person, or do you want me to do something random for like 20 minutes?
You mentioned before the run that you had a quick 20-minute run, right?
I did. So I guess I'll throw it to chat. Would you be interested in seeing Celeste Seasides done with DancePads as well? I can't guarantee I'll finish, but if we hit that 20-minute mark, we'll just end the run and that'll be that. What do you guys think?
Because, hey, you have been given the go-ahead.
Ooh, go ahead. All right, well, forget chat. Let's get everything set up then. Thankfully, I prepared everything earlier, so let's just do it all real quick. I'm going to pretend that Splatoon no longer exists. So, let me just switch back to DDR.
And whilst you're setting up real quick, we have a $50 anonymous donation who says, "Here's respect to PeekingBoo for such an energetic and entertaining run and new world record."
Oh, thank you so much. That's very nice of you. Okay, so we've unchained our keys. Let me just get everything set up. Okay. Okay, this should be starting any moment now, so that's good. There we go. Okay. That was super quick. All right, so do you just want me to begin, or should we do a countdown, or what should we do? Actually, I just remembered I have to do a thing real quick.
We're still on Splatoon at the minute. What was the category you called?
Oh, okay, sorry. It's so the game is Celeste. The category is all C-sides, so that's with a capital C.
I've passed that off to Tech.
Fantastic.
Up on the stream real quick.
Now, I guess the thing I should mention about this run is it uses in-game time. So technically my PB is like 9 minutes, but that's being generous. Real time is probably going to be closer to like 15 or 20 if things go well. Obviously, if they don't, like I said, just cut me off and we'll continue on with the next run. By the way, I just want to say thank you to ESA for having me. This is the first time I've been able to participate in one of these larger marathons, and I think it's great that you guys have branched out into doing online marathons, because for people like me that can't transport my setup, it makes it a lot easier to participate, as you can imagine.
And just real quick, whilst we're waiting, we have a $5 anonymous donation that says, "Hey PeekingBoo, how many steps was that run?"
Oh. I don't actually have my step counter on at the moment. I wanted to make sure everything was off so that nobody could do anything during this stream. But usually Splatoon takes about 7,000 steps. Because for the most part, I'm just holding buttons down. I'm not pressing them rapidly. But yeah, about 7,000 in an hour and a half. That's usually what you expect.
Okay, the next run is scheduled in 29 minutes, so you should have time to finish this and should be back closer to the schedule. I believe you should be good to go, so give us a countdown and it's over to you.
All right. I forget how this actually starts, but whatever, it's fine. We'll just go 3, 2, 1, go. Now, the thing to note about Celeste for the Seasides run is that you have to actually put in a cheat code, which I have to use a controller for. And I always do it wrong, so we're off to a great start. Ooh, again. Let's try one more time. There we go. But yeah, that unlocks all of the stages. And so now we can just play as normal. So I'm going to be doing these from most annoying to least annoying stage. Or rather, stages that I'm least consistent in first. So then we can go back to it, to having a strong run at the end. Because Seasides are nutty. Okay. And if you're unfamiliar with the Seasides, basically this is the extra content in Celeste. So this is after you beat the game and then beat the second part of the game. It's basically once you collect everything, you get given more challenges. But just give me a moment to get back into a 2D mentality because I've been doing 3D for the last hour and a half. And so my legs are all wobbly after that PB. There we go. There we go. Now anyone that's played Celeste will obviously know how tricky these stages can be. So I'll do my best to give it the justice it deserves. There we go. Nice. Oopsie. How do I do this again? Just A. There we go. Alright, so that's stage 1. 5 deaths, we'll take those. Now I actually go over to stage 5, because that's my second most frustrating stage. So we're going to do a hyper dash. We're going to do a hyper dash up to this, and then I'm going to go through here, over this one, through here, under this one. There we go, screen 1 is done. Now each Seaside only has 3 screens. So even though they are very concentrated and hard challenges, except for that second screen there, you know that the end is pretty much in sight. And Fruit, if you have any donations, feel free to read them out. That was pretty good.
We currently have no donations, but as a reminder, we are raising money for Movember. Everything the Movember Foundation does to stop men dying too young, your donations will go towards that. But if you would like to support us directly at ESA, consider using your Twitch Prime in the channel.
Okay, now the summit is basically the stage that people find the most difficult because of the third screen. I will admit, it is difficult, but only the first part of it's difficult. Once you get to the second half, it's pretty much okay. So you're going to see me dying a bunch at the start. Dang. But then after that, we should be fine. Okay. So here we go, the gauntlet. Great start. Dang, dude. So obviously with everything being very narrow, if I hold a button for just too long, or if I don't hold it long enough, I'm going to be hitting the edges of things. So if I land too low on a spring, I won't go high enough over the obstacle. If I go too far to the right, I'm going to hit a wall. And dance pads aren't as precise as what you'd think they would be. Sometimes they hold down for a little longer because the buttons get stuck under my weight. And so direction changes can be problematic. But yeah, the key is to stay calm. So I'm just going to take a moment to be quiet. All right, we're making progress. Oh no. Now! Yeah, if we could get some, oh, I don't know, just some comfy emotes in chat. Take me to my happy place. Remind me of the good times. Thank you, everybody. Okay, that was scary. "13 deaths, alrighty, let's keep going. Next up is the core, which is the final stage once you unlock every heart. Now on this stage, your dash doesn't actually replenish until you collect one of those crystals. So we have to do like 4 hyper dashes across there. Now I can't dash again until I get another crystal. Cool. Ah, that was going so well. Oops. Ah, dudes, I'm choking it now. I was so confident. It's fine, I got this. I got this. Easy, let's go. Oh, dang, dude. That wasn't supposed to happen. That never happens. Yeah, chat, I'm gonna need you to calm down real quick. I'm gonna need all the calm that you can give me. Because this stage is getting me, dudes. Okay, this time. The part I died to at the end, I will not die to again. I'll die to something else instead. Alright, now this is the most Monka-esque part of the run. But it's okay, we got there. Okay, so I'm happy to say all of the hard stages are over now. So now we can relax with the really fun stages, starting with Chapter 6. I didn't hyper enough. Whoops. So navigating with the feather requires, it basically requires the analog stick or just the D-pad fully. But using the D-pad for it is really awkward. So it makes these sections real awkward. But it's okay, we're through. We don't need to worry about it anymore. Oh my goodness. So close. Oh my goodness, it moved to the left. So one thing that is kind of frustrating is that these things that I'm bouncing off, they move left and right slightly. Wow. And so sometimes you can get the wrong angle than you expect. No, I did it again. I did it again. This is like the easiest part of the stage too. Alright, come on. Okay, good. Thank you. Alright, 13 deaths. Did I get more deaths on stage 6 than stage 7? No, same amount. That's unfortunate. Okay, Golden Ridge. Chapter 4. I really love the colors of this stage. This is probably my favorite stage to look at. Although this screen here is actually the hardest in the game for me. Because it's kind of awkward jumping around this block. Back and forth. As you can see there. Okay, but we made it. So now it's time to do the fun fast part. Come on now. There we go. Oh my goodness. So this part in particular The end section has a lot of precise direction, well not precise, it has a lot of sudden direction changes. And so it requires a lot of coordination to do them all back to back. So here we go. Down right, up, right, upright. Cool. She nearly missed that. Okay, we've got 2 more stages to go and then that'll be time for me. So let's see, what are we doing? Celestial Resort first. I'm bad at this stage. Jump. Wait, no, it's jump up, then diagonal, diagonal. Jump, up, diagonal, diagonal. There we go. Up we go, down we go. There we go, up to the final screen. Now this screen can be a doozy because, as you can see, that dude that's chasing after me there, he slows down time when he gets to you. And it can be really awkward when trying to fit through these small sections. I should have fallen, not jumped. That's on me, dudes. Okay, so let's try to jump on him now. Oh my goodness. And sometimes you think you're gonna jump on him and you just don't. It's a really frustrating stage. So let's try again. Okay. Let's try one more time. Come on now. And that time I jumped too early, dudes. For me, this is supposed to be the second easiest stage in the run. But it's still got its choke points. There we go. Okay. Ah! No! Oh no! I'm sorry, chat. Yeah, so I bounce off Oshiro's head because it restores my dash. Like, technically I can hyper dash along here. Let's try this again. Yeah, in order to break the hearts, you have to dash through it. So that sucks. How are we doing for time, by the way, Froob? I assume I've got like 5 minutes left, maybe?
Yeah, you're still good. Carry on, dude. This is amazing.
Okay, cool, thanks. Alright, so this is the final stage. So when I hit the final heart, that will be time. And thankfully, it's one of the easiest stages, so I can die in it a bunch, and you guys can laugh at me. I'm just gonna go safe strats because I think we've both seen it. Okay, sometimes my buttons like to hold down longer than they should. But yeah, I think you guys have all seen enough of me dying, so I'll just go safe strats. We'll finish strong, you know? There we go. Alright, time is coming up, and time! GG. So I got a 15-minute in-game time. 15:53, I should say. Dang, 1 death. I'm gonna take that to the grave, dudes. But yeah, that was Celeste. That's pretty much all I have to show, I guess. But again, I want to thank you all for having me. Frib, thank you for being the dude that puts up with me yelling at you to say booty. And yeah, look forward to the Sonic run coming up next.
Here begins our story. When we're falling in our paths, of course, the time will slowly drift away. When it's over and we stand alone, the spirits softly whisper away. But now the stars are spoken and there's nothing left that we can do. Yeah. Oh, once in a lifetime, there's a chance that we change
into the thing to make the noise. I'm sure something comes to this. And welcome back. This is ESA Movember After Dark. I'm Robo Sparkle, and sitting next to me is the lovely
Zephyr, also known as the tech guy for the last couple of hours.
Yeah, so you know how, nothing really screwed up during the tech run? Bam. So yeah, cheers for that.
Nothing happened at all.
Nothing happened. Nothing ever happens. It's a beautiful, beautiful day. So, if you just joined us, you have regrettably missed a great Splatoon run and then a bonus Celeste run.
All done on DancePad.
On DancePad, 2 DancePads.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we did not know whether to watch the sexy, sexy legs or the sexy, sexy gameplay.
What?
I didn't know whether to watch the sexy, sexy legs or the sexy, sexy gameplay.
I think the legs were fine.
The legs?
Yeah.
Yeah. PeekingBoo's got some nice legs.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
But man, those moves.
Some very nice moves. I did enjoy very much reaching the final boss and go, hey chat, would you like me to do the safe strats or the not safe strats?
I mean, was it even a choice?
I mean, at that point, the choice had been made, really.
Yeah. Yeah, that's... I mean, chat, would you ever pick safe in any situation? Come on.
Yeah. Come on, chat. If anyone does that again, then just troll them and just pick the safe option. Just to see what they do. See if they really did intend to do safe strats at all.
They never expect it.
No. It would be the last... It would be quite unsafe to demand that they do safe strats, I think.
Yeah. I mean, do that just to see that they haven't, pre-recorded or anything.
Yeah. Or you do reckon that our online-only marathon would be pre-recorded? Do you think people would do that?
It's a possibility. We have no way to check.
Well, other than
aside from asking them to do safe strats.
Yeah. That's it. That's the check. So ask them to do safe strats at all times. Keep it marathon safe, and then we'll know for sure.
Yeah.
Or we can just, ask them questions and stuff during the...
That works too. That works too.
Yeah.
I don't think that anyone actually cheated.
No. Certainly not at PeekingBoo. I mean, if you had cheated, you wouldn't stick that many deaths in there. But still keeping calm. So thank you very much, chat, for sending your calm. It was very much appreciated. And yeah, what a couple of runs though.
Yeah.
I've not.
I mean, we were sitting here joking about, we could just play Celeste as a bonus run.
Yeah, we've got about 20 minutes.
Imagine our surprise when he actually pulls out Celeste.
And yeah, what a great choice for a bonus game. So, that's enough of the past. Let's talk about the future. So, coming up, we've got a Sonic the Hedgehog, the original Genesis game. It is the glitchless run by Supersonic 1087, Supersonic 71087. Supersonic with numbers.
71087.
Yeah.
It's going to be a fast run.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened to the 7,186 Supersonic before him.
They probably died.
Rip. So, yeah, for those of you not too familiar with Sonic speedrunning, especially the Genesis games, very much, or Mega Drive, if you are a bit British, I think European as well. Anyway, the point is that the games themselves really do have a lot of glitches in them. Specifically, level wraps where you kind of go so far and so fast left that you kind of break through the very left edge of the screen.
So what probably happens is that you have an overflow of your X position, and suddenly you're on the other side of the world.
Yeah. So yeah, level wrapping caused by underflow. So the glitchless run obviously doesn't do that, which is good because in the first Sonic game, a lot of those tricks are, to put it lightly, inconsistent. You'll see a lot of Sonic speedrunners complaining about sub-pixels, and that happens quite a lot in the first Sonic game. It does happen in the later ones as well, but those sub-pixely stuff doesn't usually cost too much time. So it'd be good to see a glitchless run. I really enjoyed that category just because it's still very technical, it's still incredibly skilled, but
you get to see the game in
you get to
full
see
glory.
You get to see the actual levels in many cases, and you don't. Yeah. So very much that, and then following on from that, we'll be continuing our miniature Sonic block with the Sonic CD, the 2011 remake, with Tails, which again is a really fun run. Tails can do a lot of things that Sonic can't. I think he can fly, and Sonic can't. He can do a lot of things, and they all involve flying.
Isn't he also invincible? I strictly remember Tails being invincible.
No, that's just the way that the speedrunners play. Looks like he's invincible because of the skill.
Right, that's the thing.
Yeah. So that one will be by Matthew Wilson, and that one actually has a bid war coming up, which so far has no money put towards it, and essentially the bid war is between the EU or US soundtrack and the Japanese soundtrack. Currently there's no bids going on. Again, if you're not familiar, the correct answer to that question is the Japanese soundtrack.
Of course, original.
It's basically superior in every single level except for Metallic Madness.
Okay.
Literally every other track, the Japanese one is superior. So, if you really fancy hearing the best Metallic Madness soundtrack, then, you can ruin the rest of the run for us if you like. But,
Here's your chance to ruin the marathon by picking EU.
Don't you dare. Will not be best pleased. So, yeah. We should probably talk about why we're doing this, other than video games are fun and speedruns are fun.
Oh yeah, there's some Movember Foundation thing going on, right?
Yes. So, yeah, amazingly enough, we are raising money for the Movember Foundation, as you've probably seen. The Movember Foundation is a charity organisation that specialises in firstly raising awareness of men's health issues, in particular mental illness,
Testicular cancer
yeah.
and prostate cancer.
Yeah, and also funds and supports research programs into those areas. So every single dollar you donate to us will go towards that charity. And I believe our runner is ready for Sonic. So, without further ado,
hand it over to, well, Sonic.
so let's hand over to Super Sonic and hope that he goes fast.
Yeah.
Alright, looks like we're live. Alright, hello everybody, my name is Supersonic71087. I'm bringing you guys a Sonic 1 glitchless run on the Sega Genesis. I'll be explaining like what I'll be doing throughout the run, so whenever you guys are ready for me to go, I'll give you a countdown. Alrighty. I'm gonna go ahead and get started here. You ready for me?
Go ahead and count down.
Okay, sure.